So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that we have the Pages software. Pages is made by Apple. It's available on Mac computers, PC computers, as well as iPhone and iPad, so any iOS device. This is available on the App Store in the iOS devices. It's also available on the App Store on the Mac computer, and it is also available on iCloud.com for PC computers. So everybody across the board has free software to use. So download Pages today, and let's go ahead and open it. The very first thing that we're offered is to choose a template. This is basic stuff like Canva. Just choose your template, resumes, business cards, all sorts of stuff. There's great designs in there. But what I'm going to do is I want to start blank, and therefore I'm going to use a writing canvas. A writing canvas is like a word processing document, but we are going to convert it to a special document type called page layout mode. Page layout mode gives us the opportunity to work outside of the box, outside of the text box. So we're going to go ahead and hit start writing. All right, you can see that I have a blank canvas with a text cursor, a cursor to write text in here. So I'll just write sample. I'm going to select all, copy, paste, 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 paste. You can see that it just goes and goes and goes, and it will flow to the following pages. It'll just keep going and going. So if you're going to write a book, this is how you write a book. We're not going to write a book today. We're going to make a graduation announcement, so I'm going to select all, delete that. The very first thing I want to do is introduce you to this menu. This is the document menu. My document is called blank. My document options for setup is here. I can rename, save, move, export. These are important. PDF, Word, EPUB, which means I can make e-documents to be published on Apple. Plain text, just plain RTF, rich text font. Images, we can convert to JPEG images. Or we can also make templates. Now, if I were to do a template, I could save this document and just come back to it and drop in pictures, change the colors of shapes, rearrange text, things of that nature. So I have a nice starting point. I'm going to go rename right now because very important. I'm just going to name it, enter return, head back to document options to document setup. Now this is where the control and the design elements come here. This is where it all happens. So document setup, what we're going to do is yes, turn off screen view, and we're going to hit OK. Up comes the document panel. The document says I want a portrait or a landscape. I want it letter size. I want it A4, or I want it custom size. Beneath that are headers. Do you want a header up here? Do you want a footer? And do you want that document body? No, no, and no way, right? We're going to go ahead and convert that to page layout mode. We're going to go ahead and convert. And I'm going to zoom down so you can see this canvas. 8.5 by 11. We've got rulers up here showing 8.5 is the width here, and then we have 11 down on height. I'm going to go custom size. This announcement is going to be printed at 5 by 7. That's the physical card size. But I don't want a border, a white background. I want full what is called bleed. I want it off the page, so when they cut, my picture, my image goes off the page. I do not want a white border around it. So therefore, I have to increase my canvas size from 5 inches to 5.25 inches. The height then needs to be increased to 7.25 0.125. So what this gives me is 0.125 surrounding the whole edge here. And so my design is going to be inside here a little bit. So height and width, there's our canvas. Portrait or landscape. Now I'm going to think, well, maybe landscape to start with, but I can always change it back to portrait at any time through the document panel. The document panel will give you all of the size information, portrait and landscape. If you change this document size, you're just going to have to rearrange elements on the page. So it's not a huge deal. So we're not going to worry about that too much. I'm going to go ahead and close this. We have our document all set up. It's ready for the fun part now. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and have you move on to the next one.